Hi, I'm Maureen Tara Nelson, MTN Matchmaking, with the very beautiful and talented Sasha.
Hello.
Now, Sasha, do you have headphones by any chance?
I don't.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, actually, maybe that was me making that noise then.
Can
I
you
don't
hear
know.
it still?
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no, no. Okay, so sorry I look a mess, everyone. I had a day from hell, 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 hell. Almost really
She
couldn't.
doesn't look.
Yeah, yeah. I just came from the gym and I only left the gym because my sister Jerry couldn't hear me and she was yelling at me that she can't hear me talking on my earbuds. Anyway, we'll get into all that later. So, thanks to anyone tuning in. And if you do have dating questions, ask them below. We're trying out something different today because everyone is busy and except for Sasha and I. I mean, we're busy too. We're too busy to do this. We really are. But we just love you all so much. And we do have questions, so we feel bad if we don't answer the questions. And plus, this gives me a chance to drink my monster because I promised I will only drink Monster on Friday Facebook Lives. And wait a minute. Now, shoot, Lent. Last year for Lent, I gave up Monster. Remember, Sasha? And
Yes.
you guys couldn't believe that I actually did it, but I had no choice. So, first of all, and shoot, I don't even have comments, come to think of it. I won't. Let's see. Are you able to see if anyone comments?
Yes, I can
Oh,
see.
okay, good. So, comment if anyone gives up something on Lent and what are you giving up? I am, as I mentioned, giving up something. And yes, I know I should have figured it out by now. I'm not going to give up Monster this year because really I only have it on Friday Facebook Lives. So to me, that's not good enough. So there is something that I'm going to suggest to all of our single friends out there that give up things on Lent. And we'll see, though, if anyone comments first on what they're giving up. But first, I want to see, Sasha, do you give up anything for Lent?
Um, well, right now I haven't drank milk in a year, so I guess I'll keep that one.
I don't
Does that
think
not
that.
count?
I don't think that counts.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so it has to be something new.
yes for Lent, and we do this till Easter, and it's something that is going to be difficult because Jesus did this for us. Wait, maybe I better not get all religious here because, first of all, I'm not, I'm more spiritual now in my older years. Anyway,
Um,
sorry, Mom in heaven. Oof, if you
I'll give
hear
up
lightning.
bacon.
Bacon?
Yes, because I've
Okay.
been wanting to, but then it becomes my. Sometimes I do it, and I just eat it anyway. But I'll give up bacon.
Okay.
I'm making that choice right now.
Okay. So, everyone listening, and especially those who listen after, because you're afraid that we're going to call your name out, but we don't and we won't unless you want us to. Um, check in with Sasha and we'll see how she does with giving up bacon. So I have decided what I'm going to give up is being single.
That's a good one.
So, I mean, we all know since January, I've been discussing my personal life, which I never, ever did before. Anything else about me, you would, well, I guess it's probably only a New York thing that you could just Google anything about me and you'll see it, which was kind of weird. Hey, Leah! But interesting that here in Myrtle Beach, it's like, who? You know, it's kind of funny. So, um, if anyone has been following Leah, my own matchmaking of myself and my philosophy, which has always been that you should try every single avenue to find someone for 6 months, even the dreaded internet sites. So, and I have to say, surprisingly, it's not as scary as I had thought last week. That's all I'll say. Okay. So
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
giving up being single for Lent, which just means that I am not going to make any silly mistakes that a single person tends to do, that we tend to yell at them for doing. For example, last night there was a singles event here in Myrtle Beach. And, the girls that run this, they do it for free, which I would never do anything for free. Right, Saj? We
No.
wouldn't do that, but it's nice that they do it. And so I was all confirmed and going, and then I'm like, "Ugh, I better take a nap, just so I can be out late and be cool again and all of this." And I ended up taking a nap and falling asleep and waking up after it started. And Sasha was so good. She's like, "Go, go anyway, go anyway." And I'm like, "No, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go because that's single mindset. That's negative talk. Get rid of that." So now, starting today is when I'm making my Lent announcement. Leah, what are you giving up for Lent this year? And it looks like you're going to be giving up single life as well. Leah, Kevin just had knee surgery and just got home from the hospital yesterday. And he is clearly on pain meds because we have a family group text. And he's never been so chatterboxy and happy and peppy before. And because he is like that, I know he's medicated, let's just say. So, how are you doing, Leah? Do you want to mention what the first question is, Sasha?
Yes. Oh, she said
Oh,
she'll
good.
have to text him.
Great.
Um,
Oh, Leah, just Leah, even better, call him because he's in his chatterbox mood. So, you probably know him as, not being very talkative, but
so this question is actually fun because we watched Catfish, the one very
yes,
yes, couple
Sasha
weeks
and I like the show Catfish.
back. It was
I mean,
so
it
funny.
makes me literally feel so white trash when I watch Catfish. But go ahead.
Well, so
And
someone
wait,
wrote
one more
in.
thing, one more thing, one more thing. Do you remember our advertiser put our commercial on during Catfish? And for that week, we had a million calls, which you would think, wow, that's great. Every one of them, disqualified, disqualified, disqualified. Yeah, it better not be more than 100 books.
It's so funny.
We're like, get out! Don't be calling us. And I'm like, yeah, just, yeah,
Yeah.
no more white trash shows. So, but that
um,
doesn't mean you can't enjoy the show because we love it. Go ahead.
yes. So speaking of catfish, how do I leave an online date that I am getting catfished or that I got catfished? So
This is funny. I wonder
that is
if
a funny one.
did I do a video of what happened to me the week before we went to New York? Remember, there was a guy,
I remember
and
this.
he would never. I don't think he would be able to turn a computer on, and not being mean at all. But
Mhm.
hey, Cindy, how are you?
Cindy.
So on paper, this guy looked great, great. And he was on one of the free online sites. I decided January I was going to do the free online site, and February I would pay. It's piddlywinks. I don't even know how much it is, but to be on. one of the paying sites, which I'm not going to mention which it is. So anyway, so the guy looks great on paper. And Sasha, you know this story. Leah, I hope you're listening. You're not going to believe what I had to go through. So I, let me try to be as nice as possible. On paper, he looked great. Normally, we are used to, with our service, having things taken care of for us, that you don't ever have to go through any of this nonsense. But, it is what it is for 6 months. Gonna try it, give it, you know, positivity, blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden, this guy comes walking towards me, and of course, I'm passing him. And
She
he's like,
said,
Maureen, Maureen. Oh, Leah, this was a bad one. So he, I couldn't believe it was him because he wore, Leah, do you remember my father's big flannel jackets? And we'd be like, Dad, yeah, you can't be wearing that anymore. And then when I matched my dad up after my mom passed away, I gave him 5 years and then I matched him up with Lynn. And he lived the last 7 years of his life totally happy. She whipped him into shape, and my dad he was literally dressing stylish. He got an earring in his ear because of her, like things that my father would never do. But
wow.
so before Lynn, he would wear these big flannel jackets. And so the guy has on one with a logo. And in his profession, it was something, which I won't say, but something very professional. Okay. So right away, I see the flannel with a logo. And I'm like, that's a little odd. And so we walk into this cool bar, though. It's an outside inside bar in Myrtle Beach. It reminded me of Florida, my college days. So I'm like, no matter what, an 80s band. I'm like, I'm going to have the best time no matter what. And he starts saying that he can't hear me because it's too loud. Could we go outside to talk? And I'm thinking, no, no, because I didn't mention also that, um, he was wearing slacks that were dirty, you know. Uh, so something was wrong. In other words, something must have sadly happened to him, and I, I realize I'm coming across as a total bitch, but I promise it's not that. I was catfished by someone who was once on the top of his game, and sadly, and look, it could happen to any of us in a
Good.
moment. And that's why I appreciate every single second of life, except for this morning when Buster made me cry. And uh, Sasha, I ran
You're
into
gonna,
my
we have
neighbor.
to talk about that.
Yes, we will. I even ran into my neighbor friend and I started crying
Oh.
about the Buster story. My dog, Buster, is the worst ever. Dislike Buster very much right now. Dislike that dog. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to cry again.
Yeah.
Anyway, so something physically must have happened. So I said, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to go outside because it was cold outside, and the band is inside and so on." And so, because I said it was cold, now this is nice. He was a gentleman to give me his jacket. He takes off the dusty old flannel shirt jacket and starts to put it on me over my dress, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, don't let that touch me. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that. And he's like,
That's
what?
so
What?
funny.
Oh, well, you said you're cold. Here, wear my jacket. And again, I just feel so horrible. I couldn't. So now I was clearly catfished because
Really.
someone should have said to him, you really should update your profile. You can't
Yeah.
say that you're doing this professional job because what he does for a living, I'm not going to say what it is because let's just say it is a company of something that's extremely boring. Now, I realize not everyone has Sasha and I's luxury of loving what we do and having the coolest industry in the world to work with. I mean, love every second of
Love
this.
it.
So it it is probably, if you think of what the most boring thing is that you could sell in the world, that's what the logo was for. And he started to explain the boring thing. And I'm like, oh no, 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 no. So I'm already thinking I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave because I'm catfished. But then I thought, if our clients ever did that, I would kill them, right? We would put someone on probation, but that would never happen with us.
Yes.
And then I'm thinking, this is a test from God. God wants to see if I will be nice to this person. So he said, can we go somewhere else then? If you don't want to be outside talking, can we go someplace else to get something to eat? Now, I didn't eat before the date, because I'm like, "Ugh, if I
Yeah.
eat, I might put a pound on or something. I'm not going to spare a pound for a date." So I didn't eat dinner. So once he said eating, I'm like, you know what? Even if I bought it myself, I could care less.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm thinking I'll go and eat. So I said yes. So I had to leave the cool, fun bar, which has 80s music and a lot of cool people around.
Oh, wow.
And so I follow him. And, then I really did notice, okay, there is something sadly wrong.
Hmm.
So I follow him to this place, and it's the worst dive in the world. That if this place was on Long Island, it would be in, you know, a terrible town that you would never go into this town ever. And I'm thinking, he's not going to be able to protect me. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to protect myself. I mean, and I'm like, my bag. All right. They're going to go for my bag, number one. So all these crazy things are going through my head. So we go in, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm just going to have dinner with him, and I'll just give him all free dating coaching, which is what I did. But when we went in, now at this point, I'm starving because I've convinced myself I will get a meal and pay for it, even maybe pay for him. And he goes, why don't we just have an appetizer? And I'm thinking in my head, I just drove here. I just drove to
Yeah.
this frightening place where, the people looked nice, but, I was not dressed for this type of place, and I'm starving. And then what he mentioned to eat egg rolls, I don't eat egg rolls. So he goes, we can split egg rolls. And I'm like, what the hell do I do? So I went into the restroom and I kept texting everyone I know. What do I do? Do I leave? Like I yell at our clients if they ever did. But again, I can't do this. And I said, well, I think I'm going to get something. And he goes, well, not a meal, right? You're going to get an appetizer. And I'm like, "Ugh," like, do I really want to explain that I could buy it myself? And I'm like, no, I'm just going to
Yeah.
be nice, like nice Maureen.
Yes.
Was,
Well,
you know,
that's
so they had a pretzel. Okay. Now, not too many bars, only a dive bar would sell a pretzel, right? It's almost like, at a party, you have chips and
yeah.
dip. You never see at a restaurant an appetizer, chips and dip. Whereas, why not? In my younger
Um,
days, I loved chips and dip, but okay. So I said, I'm going to have a pretzel. So they bring the pretzel and his egg roll, and he reaches for the fucking pretzel. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Sorry, Facebook. He reaches for the pretzel. My
your
pretzel.
pretzel?
My
I
pretzel.
didn't
He
ask.
Right. And now he touches it. And I'm like, all right, I'm not really that much of a germaphobe, but what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So truly, it was a situation what that person is asking. Do you just get up and leave? My answer is no. Okay. I know I wanted to just because his profile was not up to date. Okay. And again, that's a horrific thing, whatever happened, to make that not valid anymore. And it's sad. But truly, if he was honest, he could be compatible with someone that shares the same situation with him.
That's
I
true.
bet he never thought of that. And I wasn't getting paid for that extent of dating coaching that I would have to say something like that,
Sad.
you know. Hey, Asa. So, gosh. So my answer is never just get up and leave, no matter what, because I wanted that guy to feel like $1,000,000 that night, and I hope and pray I did that for him. And again, I know he mentioned he doesn't know how to use a computer, so we're safe and with Facebook Live, and he doesn't even know you know that I do a Facebook Live, and I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for any other reason to answer this person's question, no matter what the situation is. Just be a kind person, because that always shows your integrity, and it always comes back trifold, or more. So
Yes,
that's
I
my answer.
agree. I
Agree?
agree. Yes, I feel like which I've been in a situation like that too, and I stuck it out too, just because it's good karma,
Yeah,
at the end of the day too.
yes, 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 definitely. So,
So
yep.
let's
Leah,
see.
what would you have done if you were me?
Yeah, or you, Asa.
Yeah.
Sounds.
What is Leah saying? I didn't know about the earring.
Oh, weren't you? Oh, you were saying Kevin wore an earring, or Brian
Oh,
wore an earring.
Poppy.
Oh,
Yes.
Robbie.
Yeah. Poppy
Oh,
had an
Pop.
earring. And, almost saying it sounds like, really? Did my father have an earring? Was it might have been
No,
fake,
Pop.
a fake earring, but it looked real. I'm pretty sure that is the case. But yeah, and he was so stylish all the time. Lynn really did do great by my dad, and so happy that he shared the last 7 years of his life with someone. So
Be
yes,
thankful you had your own
oh,
kid.
yes. So anyway, do you want? Okay, let's. If I have to just mention Buster, because right
Yes.
now Buster heard a noise, so he's probably going to go nuts.
Okay.
But I'm hoping if I have these on, you can't hear. You guys can't hear him as much, right? I
I
hope.
haven't heard him yet.
Okay. Well, so I love my dogs. Bailey is the cutest girl dog the first girl dog, in fact, I've ever had in my life, because we always had boy dogs my whole life growing up, and then when I was married for 10 years, and then after divorce with the kids, always had boy dogs. Bailey is so good. Bailey, I could leave on a without a leash. Okay. But, but yes, Buster is a Buster. And I knew it from the day we got Buster. But again, I did that because I knew no one else was going to take Buster. I knew this dog would, first of all, kill for me. So, in his defense, the only reason why I didn't just please, I'm going to just say really quickly what happened today, and then you can be the judge on if I'm being too extreme. But here's Buster right now. He knows he effed up. He knows he pushed me beyond, beyond today, but he's got to do more than being cute. So, um, so when we were in New York, I used our dog spa for them, both dogs, and Buster came back with this horrible cough, which the day we left Sunday, Saturday, they called to say Buster has a cough, but we don't know how he got it. I mean, it's not like he could have gotten kennel cough from us. Well, yeah, he probably did, but or Buster always has a choke collar, the silver ones, just so when he goes to try to kill other dogs, there's only so much he can pull us, right? Because sometimes when I go to New York, Sasha works here, stays here at the national office in Myrtle Beach and takes care of my babies. Okay. When every other day I love my babies, except for today with Buster. So, anyway, I, they said, now we did not pull him on the choke collar, but you might want to bring him to the vet because he could have a collapsed thing. I'm getting teary eyed.
Trach? Is
Yes,
that what you said,
yes, thanks. I'm trying not to cry. so, so I, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I could never use that choke collar again. So I brought him back to the vet, the one that charges me $1,000 every time I take them, and they have to go for all these stupid ass reasons all the time anyway. That's a whole other story, but that's the life of a dog owner. So Buster is on 5 different medications. So I bought a harness. I put the harness on. I only got it 2 days ago, and I knew he could probably get out of it because he's a blanket buster. So when I did one of the 4 walks this morning, so the one and only walk he's getting today until the guy comes over to train him. And look at how I'm thinking magically that this guy's going to train him in one shot, but he has to. Okay, so Buster gets out of the harness as I'm walking both of them, and he goes towards one of the lakes, which I don't think they call them lakes here, the condos in Myrtle Beach. I don't even know what you call them, but like, are they alligators in there? Maybe, right? I don't know. And Buster has never been in water. Now, I know dogs can swim instinctively, blah, blah, blah. But at that split second, he got out of the thing. And first, he ran around like crazy. So I got him to come towards me. And he gets right in front of me and he darts past me across the street over to the lake, running by the lake. So you know what that looks like, Sasha, that it
Yes.
goes in. So, dummy Buster clearly could have fell in. And I'm thinking, am I going to have to jump in that lake? Like, if he clearly can't get himself out because he can't swim or doesn't know how to swim like every other dog, am I going to have to jump in and save his life? Right? Like, the thought, I got to save my dog's life. So he finally realizes by slipping, you know, which was a close call. And then he comes over and starts running up the stairs, metal stairs, where there's a big, huge garbage pit. Oh. So naturally, I'm thinking, and I just throw my stuff over, like, thanks to my softball days, Leah. Leah used to be my coach with
Oh,
my brother
wow.
Brian. Yeah, not Brian, sorry, with my brother Kevin. Yeah, a couple
Oh.
years. So he starts to run up the stairs, and now all I could think of is Buster's going to be killed now, being mutilated in this garbage thing because I saw that on a Columbo episode. How I love that crime show Columbo from many, many years ago. So that's freaking me out. And then I can't even put the harness back on him when I finally got him down. And he knew I was at my wits' end because I was hysterical at this point. And I had no other choice. And I'm skipping a lot of stuff because I don't want anyone to be really bored. I'm sure you're bored already, but just think of Buster's a buster, but I still love him. Don't want him to die. Thought he could die by falling into the lake and an alligator killing him. Thought he could die by running up to the garbage thing and jumping in because he's a buster. And then now I can't get the harness on him. It's hard to get the harness on. So I have to sprint with both dogs back to my condo, praying, praying that he won't try to get loose again. And thank God he didn't. So that was very traumatizing for me today, to the point that I knew I had to get him, um, trained, since I've been here in Myrtle Beach for the past 6 months. And I kept saying, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, do it tomorrow." Well, now he's not getting walked. Thank God we have a yard here. I'm not, not, not doing this again with Buster. I am so angry with the dog. Thank you for letting me
Yeah.
vent, everyone. And
So, do you think that you'll stop using the harness then if you when you
yeah,
do?
yeah. I
The
mean,
harness is out for
the
sure.
harness didn't work, and
Gotcha.
I, you know, the the choke collar thing, it did work. I mean, sometimes he could get out of that too
Yeah.
because he's sneaky, and that if he has an idle moment that I'm not paying attention, he can just sit there and let it loosen up and get out of that.
Yes.
But again, that could, like, his coughing, which he still has, but he's on 6 medications for, could be because of a collapsed trach. So I'm still giving it more time. Uh, he's getting, I'm using that, and that's
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
called up the place, and again, I almost said to them, I don't care how much you charge me, just train my dog, because I cannot live another day in Myrtle Beach with the fear that he's going to die.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So, anyway, um, that is why I worked out so late today, right before here. So, okay. Thank you all for letting me vent. And if anybody knows of a good trainer in Myrtle, let me know. But I did just go right for the big guns. I mean, they claim to be the best. They have the best reviews. Blah blah blah. And again, whatever the guy says to do, I just have to do it. And that's it. So, okay. So,
So,
we also have so many new people that have been calling because, Valentine's Day is our holiday, even though we make jokes every day is Valentine's Day and MTN matchmaking. But um, it's been so busy. So Trisha, who's been with me 14 years and is also my niece, I really want Trisha to take a more active role in setting the appointments now for me. And that's, like a promotion for Trisha, in addition to her being the district manager. So I am two phones, way too much on me, especially. So I'm hoping that Trisha is going to like this promotion, and things will work out well. So if anyone, no, blah blah blah. I don't want it to
Yeah.
sound like a commercial for what we do. So okay.
Yes.
Any other, what, some of the dating coaching? Because again, just knowing that I was crying all morning, I'm obviously out of sorts today.
Okay. So, what are the signs that I should look for if someone is losing feelings for me or if there may be someone else? They're
Ooh,
seeing someone else.
good. Do
Yeah.
people start yet? I mean, every week I say, "Could you please sign your name so I can address, like, oh, Matt, or oh, Susie Q. Here you go, Susie
I
Q.
know.
Here's some free, dating coaching advice for you on our Friday Facebook Live, blah blah blah." But let's see. So let's pretend it's Susie Q. So
Yes.
yes, When a man loves a woman, I just want to break out into that song.
That's the next karaoke song.
Yes. Oh, yes. Sasha comes to work here in the national office and stay with
Yes.
me. We do karaoke, and Sasha is the best, best, best singer ever. Wow. So, okay. When a man loves a woman or has interest, let's just say, he's going to want to call you. He's going to ask you to do things. You don't have to worry, ladies. It's the biggest mistake that singles make is they get in their own head and they get in their own way of being successful. Just take a step back, be your best, put out the positive energy that things are going to work, be the person that you want to attract. For all of us, it means stepping up your game if you've let yourself slide in any way, shape, or form during your singleness, which happens. But so, uh, Buster's just staring at me. Okay. All right.
Yes,
So
agreed.
the guy, he is going to show interest. Now, if he doesn't show interest and he likes you, what's going to happen? You're going to realize he's not showing interest and you're going to move on, and that's his own fault. Okay, so, guys typically, they're a little bit more, well, they're more logical than we are. We're more emotional.
Yes.
So, guys, it is important to communicate though when you are dating someone, just to make them know that you're interested. Because if you don't know, again, you're going to ruin it for yourself. Like, seriously, the other phone is on mute. It is non-stop, Sasha.
Oh,
Non-stop from Valentine's Day. And from all the dating coaching questions, Sasha worked last night from yesterday 9 a.m. till I think it was 9:30 p.m. She was
yeah.
still, working, and I'm like, "Would you
Yeah.
stop working for God's sake? Stop it!" Ugh. But it was because
Funny.
of Valentine's Day. There's a whole new renewed interest in love, which is
Yes.
exciting for us. But okay, so you for Susie Q, if you notice that the guy's not calling as much and he's not showing you, you can tell the difference if it's a Saturday night. If you've been going out for, say, 3 months, and typically every Saturday night you've been going out to dinner and something after, say, and then all of a sudden, one or two Saturday nights come and he has excuses, well, then there you go. It's
Yes.
obvious. Now, say if, let's take the other side of it, okay? Say he does still ask every Saturday night to make plans with you, but when you're at dinner, oh, whoa, what'd you do, Sasha? Wow, that
I turned on
lighting.
the light. You got me. I felt like I was in the dark. I'm in the dark in here.
Yes, oh my God, that's great. Okay, so say if you're at dinner and maybe he had a tough day at work, or like today is a day from hell for me. Okay, so I know I'm out of sorts. I know I'm in B mode. I'm going to limit my communication with people directly all day until I solve this issue with Buster. Okay. And that's for the benefit of everyone around me. But if you're at dinner and things have been the same and he's showing the same interest physically with time and you're dating, but you're looking at him thinking, I don't know, he's not looking at me enough. I don't know, he's not smiling enough at me. He's not giving me enough compliments. Stop that. You're getting in your own head. That's negative
Yeah.
talk. Get rid of that. And people do that
Yeah, they
because
do.
they are thinking, "Oh my gosh, wow, this could be it. This is going great. Oh my gosh." And they blank it up.
Yeah.
So many singles subconsciously self-sabotage themselves. So you're not doing it. We're not doing it on purpose. We're doing it because we're nervous. We're nervous that, oh my God, this could be it. This is going well. It's going 3 months. So if you notice that, and Susie Q, if that's why you're writing in, then stop getting in your own way. So just take a step back if you think this, that someone is not showing as much interest, and just take a tally of the physical time and effort that the person's been doing for you. If it's a lot less, then yes, there's an issue. But again, you could have caused that issue by your own mind of putting out, oh my God, something's got to be wrong. Oh my God, I haven't dated someone 3 months in a long time. Stop. Go into a relationship knowing this could be the one. I'm going to put my best foot forward. I deserve love. This person's a nice person. I'm so excited to see where it goes. That's it. That's it. And when the negative stuff pops in your head, and it will, because it happens, okay? Don't let it ruin it. So just know it's going to pop in your head, and just know you're going to pop it right out. Now, along those same lines, not that I'm giving life coaching or anything, but today there is a little life coaching situation because my Iris girl, we know, is a professional model in the city. And so she was featured in Vogue.com. So,
Amazing.
Vogue, yeah, and this is not
Amazing.
the first time. So, and it's not her first time working with this one particular designer. Now, it's very radical, the designer, very radical. That even when I saw it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe this is my kid, you know. But again, it's Vogue. So she was featured in Vogue, and out of all the people, she was the first photo, and then the last photo, and then a few in the middle. So that's huge. So out of all those people, she was clearly the star of it. And I was so proud of her. And then she goes on to say that she had a networking event a couple of days before, and she's still so excited about it, which is great. But she made a common mistake that people make in dating. And when she got to the event, who was walking out but Beyonce? So she's in Manhattan. Beyonce is walking out of this big, huge event for a very, very up and coming, popular designer that she got an invite to, which is amazing. She should be putting out the most positive energy in the world. Like, finally, you know, I've been modeling for years. I've done great every year with Fashion Week, but this is amazing. I deserve it. I'm excited and relish in that. Instead, and again, it sometimes it's not even that we're self-sabotaging because we're nervous. Sometimes it's that, oh, we might not want to say to someone because we don't want to come off as conceited. Oh yeah, I was invited to a networking event with a designer, and Beyonce was there, for fear of people being jealous and saying something, which is ridiculous. I mean, this is huge in the modeling industry. So naturally, I asked her, what did she do? And she was using those self doubt questions and statements that, yeah, I couldn't believe this happened to me. What do you mean you can't believe it? You've been working for this forever. Why would you say that? And I'm sure she didn't even realize she was doing it. But, so of course, the annoying mom that I am, I was reminding her of that you should be putting out the positive energy, and
Yes.
people that love you and care about you, they're not going to think that way. They're going to be so super happy for you like I was. So hopefully she'll take that advice and really be so proud of herself as I am so super proud of her as well. So I'll send you, Sasha, the photos of her. She
Yeah.
doesn't like when I post her modeling photos for some reason, but
Oh, hi, Michelle.
hello, beautiful Michelle. We love Michelle.
Yes, we
So,
do.
good thing, Michelle, you're well, I don't know if you're tuning in now that you just said hi, but hopefully you didn't hear my boring rant of my dog Buster, how he just ruined my day. But and now literally I will be working till midnight tonight, making up for everything that Buster, you know, ruined in the day. Oh, okay. One funny story though. Um, okay, thanks, Cindy. So, I'm at the gym trying to get this energy out of me, stress energy. And I mentioned to my sister that I think I've been getting headaches these last couple of days because when I had the house, I, before the summer, we would change, or someone would change the filters in my air conditioner. Whereas here, I know I have an air conditioner. I've been using it. I don't know what it looks like. It's in a scary closet room. I'm afraid to open up that door. I mean, I really am afraid. So Jerry said, "Well, just go into the office," because she made me leave the gym because she couldn't hear me. So, um, so I go in and I said, "Yeah, can I put in a work order to someone to please change the filter?" Blah blah blah. And she goes, "Oh, Maureen, here you go." I'm like,
Oh,
What?
okay.
What? She's like,
That's so
"Here,
funny.
here." So
So you're
another.
gonna do
I don't think I have a choice, but
it?
just okay. So I have to get out of my funk day because we all know I don't do well with any sort of negativity.
Oh.
Every day I make sure I'm leading a very positive life, and today, today's just been a little bit more difficult. So anyway, is there
Um,
anything you'd like to share, Sasha, before we head back to work?
well, I wanted to let you know, Cindy, she commented. Did you see it?
Oh no, I mean I
Oh,
see it, but I'm not going to read the whole thing
oh.
now.
Not right now. But no, you covered everything how I would have responded to that same question. So yeah, that
Good.
is it. Mhm.
Okay, so everybody, thanks for following my own journey in matching myself, which I am the worst client ever. It is so hard to take your own advice. Truly, it is. And all joking aside, because it's just, I see myself doing or thinking of doing common mistakes that we tell our clients you can't do that. Why would you join an upscale matchmaking service and then make these mistakes? So it I think it's brought me closer to our 3,000 clients. What do you think, Sasha?
I definitely think so. Yes. Yep.
Okay, just on one other thought. Remember how one of my colleagues mentioned today that her company was brought up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
So someone just texted me beforehand because I'm mad at Jimmy Kimmel because he was making fun of the matchmaking industry. He was making fun of it. So I'm thinking of all these mean things I could say about him. And I don't watch the show, but I do know Brendan's a fan. So, but I I'm happy for her that she's happy that they showed her website, but he was
Yes.
making fun of it. So that's why I shared it on Facebook and I called them like Jimmy Kimmel jerk face or something like that, just in case anyone, well, people did say, what did Jimmy Kimmel do to you? but I'm sticking up for the industry that I believe in so much. So, okay. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sending in those two great dating questions. Usually we do get more, but it worked out today for the better because we have so much work to do and I'm so behind. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, thank
It's
you,
so
Michelle. You too.
isn't it so funny when people say have a great weekend? What I work I work every day. What there's no difference in a weekend, but um actually, yes, there is a difference since I am matching myself. We will see. We will see. And that's all I'm going to say. So, okay. Um, I will talk to you later, Sasha. Thanks, everyone. And thanks for putting up with my ranting today. You know, not usually what I do on Friday Facebook Live, but I really, really needed this. So thanks. And that's why I love you all. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Have
Now,
a good week.
actually, Sasha, we know Trisha. Hey, Leah. Trisha hopefully is back to turn off Facebook Live for
Good
us.
point. Good
Oh
point.
my gosh. Because I said to Trisha, oh, don't worry, I'll just shut my laptop off. And Trisha, who set this up, and she's working tonight. She cannot work today, but she's did our streamlining.
Oh, she said she's gonna do
Oh,
it.
good. Okay, so turn us off now, Trisha. Thanks, everybody. Have a great
Bye,
weekend.
everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.